Hi ladies, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our space, our community, Women of Substance Network. Today we will be discussing something that is so important. It has personally been key to me becoming the woman I am, still is key in my journey of becoming, but yet it is something that I lacked growing up, and that is mentorship. Growing up, I remember not having, from the ages of 14 all the way through to 23, up to 25, maybe even, not having someone I could actually call a mentor. And this wasn't because there were no people who were sound or wise enough to be in my space that could actually mentor me. It was simply because there weren't enough conversations highlighting the importance of having someone that I could personally call my mentor. Now, I would see it in the scriptures. I mean, we saw it with Joshua, Moses, Elisha, Elijah. We saw it with Paul and Timothy, to an extent even Mordecai and Esther. But these realities were literally biblical references. But I never thought of how important it was to make this a reality in my own life, in my own world. And the absence of having these mentors, I believe, led to unnecessary delay, unnecessary pain, unnecessary frustration. And now being in a position where I can tell you that I've lived a life with mentorship and a life without mentorship, definitely 100%. A person who is mentored has a much greater quality of life and a better approach or chance at growth than one who is without a mentor. There is literally a difference, because in the one you have someone who constantly brings you light, and in the other you stumble until you find the light. So the need for mentorship is truly undebatable. Now, when we're talking about mentorship, what exactly is mentorship? So mentorship is guidance. Mentorship is having someone walk the journey of growth with you, someone who has either lived a life similar to yours or someone who has been through the path that you have been through. They bring in wisdom. It's a transfer of wisdom. It is a transfer of insights. It's sharing insights, bringing correction in love and in wisdom. Someone who helps you become without you wanting to become them. And I say this because mentorship is not control. Mentorship is not manipulation. Mentorship is not you losing your sense of self and you desiring to become like somebody else. No. Mentorship is you taking somebody else's journey and taking and drawing from that such key learning opportunities that makes your personal journey easier to live. Now, it's so important that you understand that there are so many red flags. There are so many red flags in a relationship of mentorship if you begin to lose your sense of self, if you begin to feel manipulated, if you begin to feel that your voice is sort of drowned and you have the desire and the need to become like this person that you call a mentor. Because a mentee is not supposed to lose your sense of self, or a mentee is not supposed to desire to become so much like the mentor. So it is crucial that you understand what a healthy relationship of a mentor and a mentee looks like. There's a transfer of information, there's a transfer of wisdom, there's a transfer of insight, but never is there a space where the other should be controlling of the other. You should not feel like you are losing your sense of self. And I think it's so important because many people shy away from the need for mentorship in the fear that I am my own person. I have my own dreams. I have my own ambitions. While having a mentor doesn't mean that you have to let go of your sense of self. So it's important that you define this. What exactly does mentorship bring? What is the power of mentorship? Mentorship accelerates your growth. You will not make certain mistakes if you have a mentor who is holding you accountable, if you have a mentor who can tell you to avoid certain potholes, to take certain detours, to avoid unnecessary decisions in life. You know, when you look at an academic standpoint, you wanting to become a doctor or you wanting to become a lawyer, if you have someone walking that journey with you, you are actually able to really pave out, how do I become a cardiologist? You will not have to go through so many different experiences and losses and lose money and lose time and become frustrated. If you have somebody who is already a cardiologist and now starts shaping for you how they became, or the mistakes that they did in trying to become a cardiologist. And I hope that makes sense and brings clarity as to why having a mentor doesn't mean that you lose your own sense of self. A mentor is a great asset. A mentor brings clarity. And one thing that is so true, a mentor can literally bring acceleration in your growth. Think of it this way. A mentor is somebody who will hold the ladder for you. This is somebody that will hold the ladder for you, allowing you to climb. And when you get to the top, they hold that ladder steady for you. And when you get to the top, you are also able to hold that ladder for somebody else. Another analogy is when you think of your voice system to your map, your navigator. You can use your navigator without the voice, right? But when you have the voice guidance showing you alongside the route and the map as well, it makes mentorship so much, it makes the journey so much smoother, so much easier to take when there's someone who can sort of be that voice in your ear that guides you. So mentorship doesn't mean that someone takes the wheel for you or someone now tells you where to go. You put in the destination. You are the one that's on the wheel. Sometimes you may even detour, but what that voice of guidance and wisdom does, it simply tells you, hey, you have detoured, come back to the journey that you have set for yourself. That's why mentorship is so important. Now, how do you choose a mentor? A mentor needs to still align with your values. With that said, you need to take time to choose mentors that are still aligned to your own belief systems. I'll say this because if you choose a mentor that is absolutely two worlds apart from your own belief system, that person will absolutely detour you. You will not be able to walk in alignment. You will not be able to be held accountable by somebody who doesn't believe or stand for what you stand for and believe in. So character over charisma, you know, it might not be, you aren't looking for a friend. You aren't looking for someone to go and have coffee with and go and hang out with. No, you want somebody who will bring in the fruit of character, somebody who will bring in the importance, the refinement of character into your journey of becoming. You need somebody who is biblically aligned to you. And this is why I say you cannot choose someone that is not aligned to your own belief systems. I strongly believe that, and I stand by it, because the Bible says, walk with the wise and you will become wise. Your mentor should be somebody who walks in wisdom and in truth. Now, does this mean that you will only be mentored by people who are of the same faith as you? No, because you can have a mentor for every different aspect of life. You can have a spiritual mentor, you can have a career mentor, you can have somebody who is mentoring you in the area of your physical health, you can have somebody mentoring you for marriage. The important thing is your mentor cannot bring a misalignment to who you are, because who you are is spirit, is soul, and is body. And the influence of that mentor cannot bring a misalignment in your life, right? When you are choosing a mentor, observe. Don't rush into choosing people simply because they won one award. Don't rush into choosing people simply because you liked one or two things that they did. Observe, be prayerful, and take time when you are choosing your mentors. Ask God to show you who are the women, who are the men, who are the people who are going to walk this journey with you and bring ease into your journey. Be teachable. You cannot have a mentor if you are not willing to be taught, if you are not willing to be corrected, if you are not willing to be aligned back onto the journey or the pathway you are going. So I want to encourage you. You are not walking this journey alone. Do not walk this journey alone. God has designed life in such a manner that community, fellowship brings power. It is important for you to have people who are able to speak into your destiny, people who are able to speak into your life. And if I could go back, I would ask more questions. I would surround myself with women who have already walked the journey of marriage more, the journey of ministry, the journey of becoming even my career choice today, which is becoming a coach. I wish I had surrounded myself with so many more women. And in the later part of life, yes, I did have people who had mentorship roles in my life, but I couldn't really refer to them as a mentor because a mentor holds you accountable. A mentor walks that journey with you. So I want to encourage you and challenge you today. What area of your life do you need to refine and literally get someone to say, hey, my sister, I want you to walk this journey with me. I want you to walk this journey with me. Today you find mentorship programs where you may need to pay to be part of someone's mentee club, but there are so many women in your spaces who would be willing to invest an hour or 2 or 3 a month into just guiding you on the journey of becoming. You just do not need to be afraid to ask. Do not be afraid to ask. Do not be afraid to be in rooms and spaces where there are women who have done it before. What you are trying to do, most likely someone has already tried to do it. What you are trying to the place where you are trying to walk towards, somebody may have already navigated that journey. All you need to do is to be willing to align and walk in the spaces where other women have already walked. And if what you are doing has never been done before, there is still wisdom in the people who have done things similar. So don't put yourself in a position where what you're doing is so unique and there's no one who's going to be able to help you. There's always somebody who will be able to pour into you as you rise, thrive, and become. So I encourage you today to find wise women, find women that you can call a mentor, women who hold you accountable, women who point you to the light, women who are in alignment with your values, with your belief systems, and your future self will thank you. God bless you.